Good morning, dear students. Today's topic is insertion sort. In our previous session, we have discussed about bubble sort. Insertion sort is another sorting algorithm in data structure. Now, how insertion sort works? Insertion sort divide a list into two sublists. One is sorted and another is unsorted. Now what we will do, we will take element one by one from unsorted sublist and insert these element into sorted sublist at their appropriate position. That's why it is called insertion sort, because we are taking element from unsorted sublist and putting those element inserting those elements in a sorted sublist. Okay, now this is not one of the best algorithm in a data structure, but it is better than bubble sort. The complexity of insertion sort is same as bubble sort, that is O(n) square. Now, one of the common use of insertion sort you will see in your examination, where a teacher is arranging your answer sheets after collecting. Okay, now what teacher will do at that time? It will take first two sheet and arrange it in a proper order. Now let us suppose teacher take roll number 5 and roll number 10 first, and after taking roll number 5 and roll number 10, he will arrange it. Now he will take the third sheet and put it at the correct position. Now let us suppose the third sheet is roll number 14 and 14 will be placed after 10. Okay, now teacher will take the fourth sheet. Let us suppose fourth sheet is roll number 7. The 7 will be placed between 5 and 10, and this process will be repeated until all sheets are not sorted properly. Okay, now the second example you will see while you are playing card. Let us suppose you have picked 5 cards randomly on your right hand side. The 5 cards are 9, 10, 2, 6 and 4. Now what you will do, you will take one card at a time and put it on your left hand, but you will put it in a proper sequence. Now first card is 9. Now you will take card 9 and shift it on your left hand side, because it is a single card, it is already sorted. Now you will take card 10, and what will be the appropriate position for 10? After 9, so it will be placed after 9. Next is card 2. Card 2 will be shifted before 9, because it is the appropriate position for it for card 2. Now 6 will be placed between 2 and 9. 4 will be placed between 2 and 6. So this is a proper method of applying insertion sort. Okay, now some basic concept of insertion sort. Let us suppose we have a list A which having 6 elements, that is 5, 4, 10, 1, 6 and 2. Okay, now how insertion sort work, that we have already discussed, that insertion sort divides a list into two sublists. One is sorted and second is unsorted. Now left hand side belongs to sorted and right hand side belongs to unsorted. Now initially the whole list is unsorted, the whole list will be placed at right hand side. Now what we will do, we will put element one by one, first 5, then 4, then 10, then 1, then 6, then 2, and put it on and shift it on the left hand side. Okay, so this is the basic concept of insertion sort. Now coming to the example, so before going through the example, some more points are here. Now before starting, you will see that this 5 is written in red, and 4, 10, 1, 6 and 2 will be written on black. So the red part is belongs to shorted sublist, and the black part is related to the unshorted sublist. Okay, so now here you will see 5 is a part of shorted sublist. How? Because 5 is a single element, and a single element is always shorted. Okay, 5 is already sorted because 5 is a single element. A single element is always sorted. So we will take 5 as a part of sorted sublist, and rest 4, 10, 1, 6 and 2 is a part of unsorted sublist. Okay, now here we need two loops. First loop will control unsorted sublist, and second loop will control sorted sublist. Now sub the first loop will move from left to right, and it will always in increasing order. Why increasing order? Because first of all he will traverse index 1, then index 2, then index 3, then index 4, then index 5. So if we are going from left to right, it is a increasing order. So shorted, the first loop is for unshorted sublist. It will be the outer loop, and it will move from left to right in increasing order, and it will start from 1 and in 5. What is 5? 5 is n minus 1. So students, please note that the outer loop will start from index 1 and will go to n minus 1. Now coming to the second loop, that is for shorted sublist, it will be the inner loop, and it will move from right to left. And if we go from right to left, what we will see? Index 0, then index minus 1, then index minus 2, then index minus 3, which means the second loop will go from right to left in decreasing order. So it will start from I minus 1 and always go to index 0. Why I minus 1? That we will discuss in our later example. Okay, now again these two are a very key point, so we will quickly revise it. First loop belongs to outer loop, and it is for unshorted sublist, and it will move from left to right in increasing order, and the range for outer loop is from 1 to n minus 1. The second loop is inner loop, and it will move from right to left in decreasing order. It is used for shorter sublist, and range for second loop is I minus 1 to 0. Now coming to the example, this is our example. Okay, now in step 1 we have already divided list into two parts, shorted and unshorted. Now students, please note that here you can say that it is very easy, we will directly shift 5 and 4. No, we will not do swapping here. Sorry, we cannot swap 5 and 4. Okay, what we will do, we will just right shift the value. Okay, now first we will do we will take this 4 and store this 4 in temp. Okay, we will take the backup of 4 in temp variable, so that we can overwrite index 1, because we have to do right shift, and if we do 5, if we right shift 5, then what will happen? 4 will be overwrite, and if we need 4 for further process, it will be lost. So before overwriting index 1, what we will do, we will store 4 in temp 4, because if we need 4, we can use it later. Okay, so now we will compare. What we will do here, we will compare shorted value and unshorted value. What is shorted value? Shorted value is 5. What is unshorted value? Unshorted value is 4. we will compare shorted value and unshorted value. If shorted value is greater than unshorted value, then we will apply right shift. If shorted value is not equals to if the shorted value is less than unshorted value, then we will not apply any shifting. So when shifting will done? Shifting will done when the shorted value is greater than unshorted value. Or here shorted value is 5, unshorted value is 4. Yes, here shorted value is greater than unshorted value, so here we will apply the right shift of operation, and after right shifting 5, our list will be like that. Okay, here 5 will be right shifted and index 0 will be blank now because now what is the case, we have reached index 0, and if we have reached at index 0 and there is quite obvious that we have no element left for comparison, what we will do, we will store this temp here. We will just store value of temp in index 0. After doing this, our list would be look like that. Okay, now coming to step 2. In step 2, before starting step 2, we will quickly see that our sorted list is 4 and 5 and unsorted list is 10, 1, 6 and 2. So now we will update the temp also. The value of temp will be 10. Okay, now first case, 5 will be compared with 10. 5 is a sorted value and 10 is a unsorted value. Here sorted value is less than unsorted value, so no shifting will be done. Okay, after this comparison, our list will remain like that. Okay, now again what will happen, 4 will be compared with 10. Again 4 is a sorted value, 10 is unsorted value, and sorted value is less than unsorted value. Again no shifting will be done, so our list will be like this. Now again we have reached at index 0, and if we have reached index 0 and we couldn't find the proper place for 10, so 10 will be remain at index 2. Okay, so after step 2, our list will be look like that. Okay, now before starting step 3, our sorted list is 4, 5 and 10, and unsorted list is 1, 6 and 2. Again we will update the value of temp. Temp will be 1 now. Now first 1 will be compared with 10. Here sorted value is 10, unsorted value is 1, but 10 is greater than 1. If sorted value is greater than, then we will do shifting. So after shifting, it will look like that. Okay, it will look like that. In this 10 will go at index 3 and index 2 will remain blank. Again 1 will be compared with 5. Again sorted value is greater than unsorted value. Again shifting will be done, so 5 will go at index 2 and index 1 will remain blank. Now index 1 will compare with 4. If it is so, then what will happen, 4 will go at index 1 and index 0 will remain blank. Now we have reached at index 0, there is no value to compare, so we will store value of temp in index 0. Okay, so after this our list would look like that. Okay, before starting our step 4, we have our sorted sublist is 1, 4, 5 and 10, and unsorted sublist is 6 and 2. Now first case, here 10 will be compared with 6. Here sorted value is greater than unsorted value, then shifting will be done, and after shifting it will look like that. 10 will go at index 4 and index 3 will remain blank. Next we will compare 6 with 5. Now 5 is a shorted value and 6 is unshorted value. Here shorted value is less than unshorted value, then no shifting will be done. Okay, but here you have to note that we don't need to compare the temp value with all the values till index 0. Okay, we just need to find the appropriate place for a temp. As soon as we find a proper place for 10, we will place temp at their appropriate position. Okay, so here you will see that we don't need to compare. We have compared 6 with 10, we have compared 6 with 5, but we know that the proper appropriate position of 6 is between 5 and 10, so we don't need to compare it 4 and 1. It's just a waste of time. Okay, so the proper place for 5 and for 6 is between 5 and 10, so we will place 6 at index 3 without traversing it. Okay, without traversing it in index 2 and index 1. Okay, now after step 4 it will look like that. Now step 5, that which will be the last step. Before that step, our sorted value is 1, 4, 5, 6 and 10, and unsorted value list is 2. Now temp will be 2, and when 10 will be compared with 2, again sorted value is greater than unsorted value, then shift it. 10 will go at the last index. Okay, now what will happen? 6 and 2 will be compared, again sorted value is greater than, so on 6 will go at index 4. Next 5 will be compared with 2, again sorted value is greater than, so 5 will go at index 3. Again 4 will be compared with 2, 4 is greater, means sorted value is greater than, so 4 will go at index 2. Now index 2, now what will happen? Index 2 is, index 1 is blank. Okay, now what 1 will be compared with 2. When 1 will be compared with 2, here sorted value is less than unsorted value, so here no shifting will be done, and 2 will be placed at index 1 immediately. Okay, so 1 is greater than 10 is false, so 1 will not be shifted at right. We will directly place 2 at index 1, or after this our final sorted list will be look like that. Okay, so this is the example of insertion sort. Now coming to the code, this is our example and this is our code. Now our this is our list, this is our length. We have already discussed that we need two loop. Outer loop is for unsorted and inner loop is for sorted. Okay, now sorted list will start from 1 and will go from n minus 1, because we know that in Python last n is not counted. Okay, now we will store the value of li on temp. What is li? Li is 4, L 10, 162. Each and every time this value is stored in temp. Now j is I minus 1. Why j is I minus 1? Student, please note that in step number 1, what is I? 4. In step 2, what is I? 10. In step 3, what is I? 1. And step 4, what is I? 6. In step 5, what is I? 2. Okay, now in step 1, what is j? J is 5, because the starting value is for j is 5. In step 2, what is j? Again it is 5, but it is on index, it is from index 1. And here what is j? This. Here what is j? J starts from here. Here what is j? J starts from here. So this is the black is the starting point of the black is the starting point of I, and red is the starting point of J. So here I is 1 or J is 0. Here I is 2 and J is 1. Okay, here I is 3, J is 2. So in every time you will see that the value of J is I minus 1. That's why it is J equals to I minus 1. And in while loop we will check two conditions. First, the value of J is greater than equals to 0, because we know that if we are on index 0 there is no value to compare. Okay, because 0 index is the last index, so the value of J must be greater than 0, and Li of J is greater than 10 temp. What is this? This is the condition that we are continuously checking. What is our condition? The shorted value is greater than unshorted value. Okay, okay, J, it's quite obvious. What is J? J is controlling the shorted loop. So Li of J will always contain the shorted value. And temp is always, what is temp? 4. Here temp is 4. Here temp is 10. Here temp is 1. Here temp is 6. Here temp is 2. Temp is always belongs to unshorted part, and J always belong to shorted part. It means, what is the condition? Condition is shorted part is greater than unshorted part. If it is so, then we will right shift the value. We will right shift the value. This is the expression to right shift the value. And now that we know that the second loop will be in decreasing order, so we will decrement J by 1. And after that loop, if we reach till index 0, because this is for greater than equals to 0, if we have reached to index 0 and still we don't find a place for temp, then we will place temp to Lij minus 1. Okay, and at the end we will print the shorted list. Okay, so this will be the complete code for expression short. This is our example. Thank you, and keep revising, students. Bye.